His way is to befriend them, to soften them up, make them feel like he cares about them, and then he goes out there and physically tries to destroy him.
Today, Michael returns to Broadway. Now it's time for the New York players to do the talking.
Hey, what's up, you guys? Great to have you back on the show. I'm Sean David. Let's talk some old school basketball. In today's episode, I want to talk about one of the greatest stories of the 1990s. Not only the rivalry between the New York Knicks and Michael Jordan and the Chicago Bulls, but actually the incident with Jeff Van Gundy and Michael Jordan. But before we start with this video, if you like this video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Also, if you want to support my channel and get access to exclusive videos and podcasts with me and former NBA players, please check out my Patreon account. And I would say, without any more blah blah, let's get right into today's episode. Well, one of the greatest things of 1980s and 1990s NBA basketball were the great rivalries. And the most famous Bulls rivalries were, of course, the Bad Boy Pistons rivalry. But now I'm talking more about the New York Knicks rivalry, so the best one of the 1990s. Well, how did it start? Back in 1985, when Patrick Ewing arrived, there was finally hope again in New York. Patrick Ewing was the savior, who was supposed to lead the New York Knicks to an NBA championship. And the Knicks were terrible the years before, so, well, it couldn't get any worse. But what happened? Well, in the next couple of years, the Knicks still sucked. But everything would change when one man arrived, who would turn the entire franchise around. In 1991, Pat Riley became the head coach of the New York Knicks and changed the entire culture. He added some of the most toughest guys in the NBA, and suddenly the New York Knicks had an identity. They were the new bad boys, and simply the team you didn't want to play. From now on, the Knicks were a yearly title contender. And of course, if you want to become an NBA champion, a team like the Chicago Bulls with Michael Jordan had to be your rival. And boy, that was a rivalry.
With a spectacular what a move by Ewing. Shot by John Starks. Jordan trying to shake off Starks. Oh, what a move by Jordan. Both clubs going at each other. Michael Jordan and Xavier McDaniel having words. Smith, stop again. The Knicks over the Bulls in 7.
The season ends for the New York Knicks at the hands of the Chicago Bulls.
So when Pat Riley left the New York Knicks to be the big man in Miami, somebody had to take over his job. And it was somebody that nobody expected. That guy. Yes, the man on the floor trying to hold back Alonzo Mourning's knee, Jeff Van Gundy.
Fortunately for these guys, they are both awful fighters. Not needed.
Van Gundy was out quickly. A headbutt on the follow-through of the roundhouse right. There.
Van Gundy saving him. Van Gundy sacrificing himself to try to save his player. Because what's the scenario, Mark, if you swing and don't make contact?
Chicago.
Well, Jeff, who normally stands over the sideline placidly with arms folded, clearly out for a couple seconds here as he caught it with the side of his hand and caught right. It looked like he got Jeff on the bridge of the nose and knocked him silly for a couple of seconds, but no harm, no foul, no blood, so Jeff's still all right.
At first, it was really weird to have Jeff Van Gundy as the head coach of the New York Knicks. He was a no-name at that time, and even though he has been the assistant coach of the New York Knicks for many years, it was still strange. But after a few months, Van Gundy did a very good job and actually had the Knicks on the same level as the Knicks were with Pat Riley. Still, they never could beat the Chicago Bulls. And then someday, Jeff Van Gundy felt that he had the solution and the reason why. And then he said something about Michael Jordan that wasn't too smart.
His way is to befriend them, to soften them up, make them feel like he cares about them, and then he goes out there and physically tries to destroy him.
I don't go on the court expecting, to make friends. I go out there to play the game of basketball like I know how to play.
Michael Jordan is always on the lookout for extra motivation. In January, Jeff Van Gundy did just that. Today, Michael returns to Broadway. Now it's time for the New York players to do the talking. Chicago, in losing to Houston on Sunday, shot less than 40%. Sunday at home against Miami. Here's Jordan posting up again. First lead of the night now. Ewing knocks it right back into the hands of Mr. Jordan. That's 3 turnovers for New York in their last 5 possessions. Here's Jordan. Jordan and Pippen have scored all of the Chicago points. Jason Caffey off the dribble finds Jordan. Now Larry Johnson with the switch. Conversation with Jordan and Childs that Wennington. Jordan with a spin move finds Kerr for a quick 3. Pippen, they'll settle it down. Jordan off the dribble. For the Bulls. Jordan for the Bulls.
63-point field goal percentage for Michael Jordan against Allen Houston last year. 60%.
Here's Randy Brown. He got the start tonight. Here's Jordan. Nobody there to guard him.
Oh, wow. When everything goes wrong, he gets a point-blank layup and misses.
At the other end, Jordan makes him pay.
Offensive.
Childs back on Jordan.
Their offense and they went to Patrick Ewing. With Bill Wennington on them, you got to keep going there. And with Chris Childs on Michael Jordan, double team Patrick Ewing, so they're good guys and get threes. The problem is you got to throw it in the post route.
Yeah.
Great play by Michael Jordan.
Randy Brown kicks it out to Jordan for 3. Here comes Jordan. Johnson picks him up defensively. Michael goes for 41. Williams off-balance shot. Jordan with another rebound.
And that's not the shot you want Buck Williams shooting. I think he felt he got pushed a little bit. Team, and that one was a big one.
Jordan. Allen Houston guards him. Michael, 3 moves and a basket. And this time he glances at you.
Yeah, he should. He should glance at all of us. We call that thing.
Fourth quarter, 1:10 to go. Jordan in the post over Houston.
Oh, golly. And they said he wasn't going to get the shot.
Jordan with 49. Jordan now has 51. And he is screaming at Jeff Van Gundy.
And he's still he was not going to pass that ball. He had every intention of shooting it. Guys on the Bulls were running around and never even looked. That was his shot all the way.
Surprise, Michael Jordan has been selected as our Bud Light player of the game. Final score, 88-87. The basket at the buzzer did count. That cuts the margin.
I noticed on the last basket, you took a hard look at the Knicks bench.
I did.
Thanks, Mike.
Michael Jordan had a sweet revenge, and you could see right after the game that Jeff Van Gundy wasn't too sure if his comments were the right thing to do and the smartest thing he could have done.
Jeff, any regrets about the comments made somewhat in jest about Michael Jordan? It seemed like he kind of took heed and lit up 51 points tonight. Any regrets?
What's that now? I
couldn't hear you. Regret saying some of the things throughout the course of the week about Michael Jordan?
I didn't say anything this week about it.
Well, you made some comments that, sometimes people are in awe of Michael Jordan. Sometimes Michael Jordan kind of pretends to be friends with people, and then he seems to have big nights against people while they're smiling.
No, I don't have any regrets. I told the truth. He had a big night. He played a great game. That's the usual for him. Plays very well. He's a great player.
Before that incident, Michael Jordan already had some iconic performances against the New York Knicks. But after that, it seemed like Michael Jordan would never, ever forget that incident. His future performances were even more crazy.
Did you take it personally when Van Gundy called you a con man?
Yes. It rubbed me the wrong way then, and if I hear it now, it still rubs me the wrong way because that was never my intent. I was good friends with Oak. I was good friends with Patrick. But I'm not trying to con them to play a different style to play against me. I mean, that to me is like attacking my basketball skills as a sense of saying, only way you win is you make these guys think that you like them. No, I actually do like them. Oakley almost tried to take my head off every time we played, and then we go to dinner afterwards.
Right.
He played me no different than if he was playing me if I did go to dinner or I didn't go to dinner. I felt like that was inappropriate for him to say something like that.
After all Van Gundy had said, Michael heard all the talk. Long jumper. 51, and he goes, yes! And he looks at Van Gundy when he does it.
Well, you would think that after so many incidents, people would actually be smarter and don't challenge Michael Jordan, but as you can see, not everybody got that information. So you guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Hope to see you next time, and take care and goodbye. Hey you guys, if you're active on Facebook, I can really recommend Open Court. As an NBA fan, you should find everything you need. If it's funny NBA videos, impressive highlights, or even NBA news, I check out Open Court every day.